You know, sometimes you just have major luck, and I happen to have stumbled upon an unknown composer who writes beautiful music. And the reason this happened is because I'm working together with a mezzo-soprano here in Vienna, and she is the godchild of a man who is the grandson of this composer. And last weekend we performed a program with songs written by this Carl Lafite, which is the name of the unknown composer. And we paired that with music by Franz Schubert, and it was just a lovely, lovely house concert. And, you know, as you can probably sense, pretty emotionally charged for this family. So it's amazing. And we have the opportunity to do this program again here in Vienna. So we're making it a bit bigger. It's a little bit longer. It's now an actual hour-long program. And because some of you mentioned that they really liked seeing me struggle majorly with sight reading, but at the same time trying to give you tips on how to play piano better or how to get through music, I thought, why not do this with an unknown composer? Because it's of course a super exciting thing, but also a little bit daunting because you don't have any reference. And so you're really, you know, all by yourself and trying to figure out this writing style. So if that sounds interesting to you, then I welcome you on the inside of this vlog. And if not, then I thank you for watching until here anyway, and hope to see you in the next one. But let's discover some music, and I promise you it's really, really cool. Let's see what you think. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nathalie, I'm a musician, and today we are getting to know Lynkeu's Lied by Carl Lafite. And of course, I know this is just going to be the piano accompaniment to what is being sung, but we'll definitely spend some time with the text. And just by getting to know his writing style, you'll see that he does some really cool things into getting the text out. The text, by the way, is written by Goethe. So it's supposedly a pretty well-known figure. Lynkeu or Lynkeus, I don't know if the S is part of his name, used to be a tower guard. And for now, that's all that you need to know. Let's just get on with the music.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've had the great privilege of already playing some of the music of Carl Lafite. We selected 8 songs, or I should say Althea, the mezzo-soprano, selected 8 songs because they fitted her range very well. And so this particular one just happens to be my favorite, and therefore I thought it would be a nice first step for you to get to know this composer. By the way, this guy wrote an insane amount of music also for sopranos or anything. So if you're a singer, by all means reach out, and I think we can make this work. That one way or another, we can get you in contact with the guy who is supervising all of this, and we can, you know, get that going. In any case, this particular lied is about a tower guard, and the text in itself shows that, okay, he is there basically he's on the top of a schloss, of a castle, and he's basically checking that there is no danger coming. But it's kind of contradicting his nature because he just happens to love the world and see beauty everywhere and not wanting to focus only on potential danger. And the beautiful thing with Carl Lafite is that he's incredibly descriptive in his writing style, especially in the piano part, as opposed to what the text is doing. And so when I was first studying this lied, it seemed a little bit odd to me, but then my instinct was, it's like I'm playing water or something. And then in the end, when it turned out who Lynkeu was and what the hell this was about, I was like, oh, it actually makes sense. The hunch was right. And a composer who knows what he's doing, he can inflict that. And that's just very nice that just with the music that you write, that you can actually give people a sense of what's going on, even if they don't know exactly what's going on. I also have to say, I love this guy's harmonies. He does such an incredible job. So let's get through the first page. Let me just check that my pedal is working. It is. It's perfect. And I'm going to try not to make this difficult with the mic, but I may have to get used to this a little bit. Sorry if it cracks. I don't know how to make the wire longer for now, but we'll figure that out in coming things. Okay. So obviously you only have half of the music. I can do my best to sing a little bit, but I'm not as advanced that I can sing the whole German text and everything nice and classical and play at the same time. In any way, or in any case, you might have noticed in the beginning, it's a bit mysterious. It's like he's searching for something. And so to me, it's really that. So this kind of opening, it's the water glistening in front of the Schloss, and he's obviously on top of the tower, and all of a sudden he sees something. Could have been danger, but he decides, no, okay, well, let's go on. Something else, different chord, very like out of the original key, and then. This is where the voice comes in, saying "zum Sehen geboren," so which means born to see, which refers obviously to his job being the tower guard, and I think with everything so far, you sense the conflict within this man. The key, original key, there's just a B flat, which means it's either F major or D minor, and in the beginning there is none of these chords going on. This is A minor, going to E flat major, very much out. Again, A minor, going to F minor. And in an inversion, first inversion, so very destabilizing. And then all of a sudden with, again, A minor, but he first uses a sharp 11th or a flat 5 or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, a color note going to A minor. And then finally, okay, we're arriving somewhere, and instead of maybe F major, which would have been a very bright and warm kind of key, he goes to D minor, the sadder sibling. Zum Sehen geboren. And you can sense he's not really happy with that fate, it seems. Also very interesting in the vocal part, he basically does not write any of the triplets that I have. So it's really, I'm the watery kind of stuff. That's usually what triplets do, or at least that's what I feel. But he's directly opposing it with eighth notes in the voice, eighth notes and then dotted eighth notes and 16th notes, which shows the conflict that this guy is feeling. So if I would say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to sing this because I'm just not a classical singer. Zum Sehen geboren. Okay, this is actually kind of hard. Let me not make a fool of myself and not do that. In any case, it's opposing, and that's the most important part. The next chord, he goes back to that E flat idea, but we don't know if it's E flat minor, if it's E flat major. We only know that D stays the pedal note. Zum Schauen bestellt. You know, I'm here ordered to actually look around. Oh, sorry, wrong chord. Dem Turme geschworen. So, sworn to this tower. I will play this nicer now. Gefällt mir die Welt. Actually, despite everything, I just seem to really like the world. And on the word Welt, so world, this chord comes in. We're in F major, we're in that bright, happy, warm kind of atmosphere. So, I don't know, but to me that just seems very descriptive in his writing style, like how he supports the text, and I just love this. I love this kind of thing. It's why I became a musician. I mean, obviously, you can probably tell that I'm pretty excited about this music. So I just find it so nice how with all the, you know, all this searching kind of, and nothing really seems right, and all of a sudden, gefällt mir die Welt. And all of a sudden we go to a nice new kind of color. D flat major, kind of far away from F major. And here he's starting to say like, okay, this is what I'm basically doing. And despite the fact that I need to see danger, I need to focus on anything that's negative, I just see all these beautiful things. This is what he's telling. Here he's saying, ich blicke in die Ferne, I look out and wide. You just go one step up. This is ich sehe in der Nähe, I look close, I look far and wide, which is D flat major. I look close to where we are, that's the E flat minor chord. And then he says, den Mond und die Sterne, which is the moon and the stars. Nice chord. As they say, a nice appoggiatura, which is instead of going, could have just gone directly to this chord, but he's doing. Oh, so beautiful. Den Wald und das Reh, I see the woods and I see the deer. Sorry, I skipped a bar. No! Here comes the deer. Now, if these aren't jazz chords, then I don't know what is. You know, or at least very colorful, kind of even impressionistic type chords. So, I don't know, I love this kind of music. I think it's so pretty. So basically, we started there F major, we had a bit of D flat major, we had E flat minor. He goes on here. This would be F minor, going to D flat major again, going to B flat minor with that appoggiatura. Then destabilizing chord. Basically a a 7th chord, D flat 7. Oh, so beautiful. So this is A flat. It would have been just A flat major, but he's using a sharp 5. It could have been this, but he's going. How can I, well, the A flat stays as a pedal. This basically is a D half diminished chord. The amount of chords doesn't really matter, it's just, it's pretty, bottom line. And he's creating all these kinds of colors so that he can end again with a nice closure. An F major. But directly, going to 5 chord within there, which is a C7. So ihr glücklichen Augen, which means your happy eyes. Was je ihr gesehen, what each of you seen, es sei wie es wolle, everything is just as it wills, if it wills. Es war doch so schön, it was so pretty, it was so beautiful. Es sei wie es wolle, everything is as it wills, es war doch so schön. It is so pretty. Doch, it's after all, or it's, there's probably a better word in English if you know very good German, or if you're very well in German and you know your English better than I do, then maybe you find the exact translation that I'm looking for. But I'm just, really interested in this music, so here we go. So, ihr glücklichen Augen, here we're back in F major. Was je ihr gesehen, all of a sudden we're in B flat major. But going away already. Es sei wie es wolle, everything is as it wills. Back to F major, but in a destabilizing sense, because it's an inversion. Es sei wie es wolle. Es war doch so schön. This is where schön comes. So quite a destabilizing chord. It's because he of course wants to say it again. Es sei wie es wolle. Es war doch so schön. Isn't that just beautiful? I don't know, I find it very nice. And just the complexity, or actually it's not complex at all, but the deliberate, how do you say that in a noun? How deliberate this guy was about what he was writing, I highly appreciate it, and it's an absolute pleasure to get to know his music. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite of his songs. But in any of the songs that we've been doing, this amount of detail to his writing style in close contact with the text that he's working with, it's really there. And there are maybe 1 or 2 songs where you sense that it's maybe not as well supportive, and that's also because the text itself is just insanely hard to write for, because there's just so many words, and how do you make someone sing that? Then he shows his nice harmonies and everything, but you sense that maybe he didn't have as much experience just yet on how to make the voice sound the nicest with the text. But this one, he really, I don't know, I think if you could make a business card out of your best composition, this would be a pretty nice business card for Carl Lafite, in my humble opinion. Let me see if I forgot to mention something. No, I think everything about the music I kind of said. Now, of course, or at least what I've been sensing so for now so far is that usually you have, in the world where we live in, we have so many recordings, we have easy access to them on Spotify, on YouTube, iTunes Music, whatever. And all of a sudden you're confronted with this kind of music that you don't have any reference to, which in a way is super liberating and in a way extremely terrifying, or at least for me, because you want to pay tribute to this composer and you want to play their music well, but it's not always, easy to get to know a composer that is completely not well known. And I think that we're very blessed with his music just because in everything that he does, he's so deliberate. And, at first, it's always the thing when you get to know a composer, you just have to get to know his writing style. It's like reading a book. The writer itself has a specific way of writing, and some styles are just, perfect for you, and other styles you find it kind of hard to get through. So with this song, or with this lied, I should say, it was the first one where I sensed like, oh, I think I know where he's going with this one. And then once I got to know this piece better, it also made it easier to get to know his other pieces better and to be able to work together with the singer. It's also said we are very lucky to have been coached at the MDV with Stefan Lademan, who, also for him, these pieces are completely not well known, but he was extremely helpful in just helping us navigate this music and just making it more of our pieces. And that's, I think, what I really wanted to stress with the fact that something can be daunting. It's because you want to do so well, at least in my nature, it's then I'm almost scared to really stand for something. It has, of course, to do with maybe doubting yourself a little bit, which I think many artists have. But also, at some point, you're just a professional artist and you can start believing in yourself. And the more you do something with conviction, the easier it is for an audience to understand what you're doing. And then in the end, it could be completely right, it could be completely wrong, well, but at least it should be something that you're standing for. And I think we have found that place with many of these songs, and I'm just very excited to perform it soon. Now, when you accompany a singer, of course, you need to be very careful that you're not overpowering them. These people, they can sing. They're also, they're trained to sing with an orchestra and be louder than the orchestra. So volume-wise, you don't always have to be super taken aback. But when they are singing in the mid-range, and you also have lots of notes in the mid-range, you want to be sure that you're not overpowering them. And so in the beginning, she's very much in her mid-range. And I have all of this. So I'm very deliberately just making this sound as much as water as I possibly can to not overpower her, but give her foundation with the bass notes. And that's just something that you can always rely on. Basically, you want to be sure that your singer understands the tempo in which you're playing, that they feel supported, and that they also feel that they have the liberty to take some time where needed, where there's a big leap or something, and if the music allows, which this music really does, that they feel confident that they can do that and that you catch them. So that's just important when you work with singers. Don't bury them, don't go and then have it, in that same range being like, I don't know how to sing this nicely without just going too strong and killing the music, right? That's the big danger that you have as a pianist. This is such a cool machine, but it should be handled with care, especially if you play with others. I think that's about everything that I want to say about this piece. How did I study this? Well, you probably heard these are many just chords that are done So at first I just went chord, 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 understanding where he's going. Also everywhere where I can play legato, I do, just because it changes your color in the tone. If you just rely on pedal, please don't be one of those people that thinks that playing legato you can just do everything with pedal. Please don't do that. Don't cheat. Actually use your fingers, sorry. Or you can, because it absolutely changes the color of your sound if you don't. So study Bach. He's a good man to learn how to play piano. Oh, these are my favorite chords here. And then back to F major. Yeah, so all the chords that I could read, I just went chord and let my hands figure out where to go. Everything that I could play legato, I played legato. I checked the text. Please do so when you're doing Liedbegleitung or lead accompaniment. Check the text, don't be ignorant. And try and support the words as much as you can, even if the composer wouldn't be as nice and wouldn't give you much to work with. Just do your very best to support the text as much as you can. Check where the singer would be in your range where you're playing, so that you know where to be maybe a bit more relaxed, and then where you can actually take a bit of melody, because there's a little thing here too. Yeah. This here. That is my little time to shine, so then take that, and a little bit later it comes back. Nice bass, always give basses. Here it is. You know, show those things, it's so beautiful. And here, fun thing, the singer will have just one long note, the C, and I have a little counter melody. That just confirms the key. So have fun getting to know the music and seeing the little extra counter melodies that you can find. Relish in the basses, and just have fun with the music. Okay, I'll stop talking now. I think we made it to the end of the video. If you're interested in this program and you happen to be in Vienna on the 11th of May, we are playing in the Österreichische Gesellschaft für Musik. I have everything on my website. I'll link it in the description below so you can easily find it. And let us know if we should make recordings. We kind of want to, but it's not always easy finding a place, and you know, there's lots of logistics and schedules and everything involved. So, but if you guys are, dude, you need to record it, then we for sure will, and we'd be happy to get that to you. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you have a request for a following vlog, of course you can leave it in the description below. It's always nice to hear from you. If you're doing some lead repertoire, let me know which ones you're doing and if you're having fun with them, and let me know if this was something that you found interesting, and if it is something that I should do more of, because doing music is just so great. I love nothing more, so I'd be happy to do that. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.